Jer says, you said a diet of meat and fruit can work with carbs up to 300 grams. Is that not risky for dysbiosis? It can be for some people. 300 with fruit only tends to actually work. With grains and starches, 300 can be a little bit more risky. Also, anything less than 150 is definitely good to go. So you do have to experiment. What he's asking about is the dysbiosis range is when you have a balanced amount of fat and you have a balanced amount of carbs, even if they're from good sources. Many times that amount of fat and sugar in the same diet, in the same gut, is going to lead to some major issues. Dysbiosis being one of them, candida can be one of them. It's not a great place to be. But what we're finding is that can be somewhat of we can overstep that, or we can kind of hack that if we pick the right foods. Meaning, if we stick to the animal fats and proteins and we keep them relatively high and moderate, and we fill out the carbohydrate intake with just fruit, it tends to work pretty good, even around a 300 gram or less range, which typically, like I said, with other food starches and kind of lower quality sugars, tends to have issues, especially if your fats are coming from plants and other sources. So that's just been kind of a new thing that we're uncovering. It's going to be cool to see how that pans out for people. As you guys have noticed with me, if you look at my What I Ate Today videos over the past 3 years, you're going to notice that I'm mostly eating fruit and meat and fats, animal fats, with a few other little things sprinkled in. And so this experiment with this kind of fruit and meat thing has been going on for a while, and it's working really good. I'm guessing because 3 reasons. One is that it gives you a great variety of nutrients. Number 2, it takes away all of the possible plant toxic foods and a lot of the trigger foods and sets you at a starting place that's really easy to manage. And number 3, it's really easy to manipulate macros and learn a lot about your macros because the sources of food are so clean. So it gives a lot of biofeedback really quickly. Hope that answers your question. Rachel Johnson, can you talk about Skinessa and why you like it? When you started taking it, did you see any changes? The reason I like Skinessa is because I've experimented with over probably at least 30 probiotics over the past 15 years. And generally, I can feel certain shifts within my gut and in my skin that I just don't like. And Skinessa, the very first time I tried it, everything felt just really normal and good. There was no biomarker shift at all. And then experimenting with my clients and some of my close friends who were experimenting with it at the time, all just had great feedback. And so it was just a snowball effect, a natural progression. Give it a try, pass test number 1, test number 2, and it has passed all tests with flying colors so far. So that's why Skinessa is what I recommend, because it's just the only one that's passed the test and works. When I find other ones, I will definitely let everyone know. I'm kind of slow with my research because I got to let things pan out for 6 to 18 months before I draw a conclusion. So it takes a while. But yeah, that's why Skinessa works real good. And everything is in the description box that you need to know as far as offerings, one-on-one coaching, consultation, the 3 phases workbook, which will soon be an online course, and Skinessa, the best probiotic in the whole entire history of the world, is all in the description box. Click the links and you can get all the help you need.